am starting. Good morning, students. How are you? How are you, students? Hope you are very busy in writing examinations and preparing for projects. Okay. Today is the revision class. The topic is the elements of geometry. Okay, students, we have already studied in July, and in August we have got a small revision, and today also once again we have to enter into our class, that is the elements of geometry. What does one mean by an element? Because here we are studying about elements of geometry. So what does it mean by element? Element is the main part of an abstract. Element is the main part of an abstract. Then what do you mean by abstract? Abstract means something that does not have a clear definition. See, element is the main part of an abstract, and coming to abstract, it is not having a clear definition. Okay, we'll go to the introduction. So introduction to geometry. What do you mean by geometry? What do you mean by geometry? Okay, geometry is a branch of mathematics. In mathematics, there are so many branches like algebra and arithmetic, statistics, and etc. etc. Like that, geometry is a branch of mathematics. In this, we study about the figures, geometrical figures. Okay, let us watch some historical constructions which are based on, that means they constructed on the basics of geometry only. First, let us a recap on that. Just a recap. See, students, you all know very well what are these. Why? Because on Saturday, means not Saturday, Friday, 24th of September, we studied about this. I think you have an idea about this. These are pyramids. On that day, we studied about pyramid, isn't it? Okay. These pyramids are situated in Egypt. So they are one of the 8 wonders or 7 wonders of the world. We go to some more. So this is a great construction. Till today, nobody knows how they constructed. What was the formula? Till today, there was no idea. Okay. Next, one more construction. Let us watch. What is this? Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is in India only. It is also a great construction. And these constructions are based on geometry. That means in those days also, geometry was developed. Today, we will learn how they developed and what is the formula, how the formula who developed this? Okay. This is known as Great Wall of China. See, I'm showing all these are the great monuments which are constructed long before, when there was no technology and not at all. Even though then the people, how they construct, that means there should be a formula, but we have to know about it also. Okay. This is Charminar. So everybody know it very well because it is in our state only. Okay. Then coming to how geometry can be applicable. That means now we saw so many constructions. There also the applications of geometry were there. Nowadays also we can say that how it is applicable nowadays. See, these constructions, you can watch wherever you go, some to your cities or wherever it is. These are nowadays constructions. See, the difference between here we are using so much machinery. We are using so much machinery to build all the very big buildings. But in the ancient time, there was no machinery. Still, they also constructed a very big constructions. These are also very big constructions. These are nowadays constructions, and all these are constructed by using machinery. Nowadays, the technology has improved so that we can say, okay, they are constructed. But how the constructions were there in the ancient time and what was the formula? Now coming to the history. Okay, just now you watched some applications. Okay, what is geometry? Let us see. See, the word geometry comes from the Greek words. Geometry is not an English word. It comes from the Greek word. There, geo, G-E-O, geo means, the meaning of geo is earth, and metrein, M-E-T-R-E-I-N, metrein, meaning measure. Here, geo and metrein both are Greek words. Okay, meaning is nothing but earth measure. That means geometry appears to have originated from the need to measure land. In those days, geometry is used to measure the land. Okay. Next. Here we will get to know about ancient mathematics. Now we have to know who were the mathematicians, ancient mathematicians, how geometry developed, and who were the main mathematicians. Now we have to know. See, students, this is a revision class. So our topic is elements of geometry. You are going to write, you are already writing FA1 exams. So for mathematics subject, one of the syllabus is elements of geometry. So in this topic, you have to know. See, this class is on the basis of examination point of view. You have to watch or you have to concentrate. Especially when I am saying about ancient mathematicians, you must have some idea. So who are Indian mathematicians? Who are other mathematicians? And which mathematician find what? So you have to concentrate on this because you will get like these questions in this chapter. Okay, students? See, Baudhayana. Baudhayana is an ancient Indian mathematician. Ancient means he born around 800 BCE. Means before of Christ era. Before Christ, there are 800 years, 800 BC. That means we can say easily he is an ancient person, but he was a mathematician. What he did, what is his contribution? See, the popular theorem that carries the name of Pythagoras was found by Baudhayana. See, the popular theorem. Yes, we know you are studying 9th class, means you must have heard that theorem. Okay. Actually, the theorem as named as Pythagoras. Why? Because it was found by Pythagoras. Okay, it's okay. But why we are studying here means that theorem was found by Baudhayana. That was found by Baudhayana and explained in his book Sulabh Sutra. So here, remember this book. What is this? Sulabh Sutra. Sulabh Sutra is written by Indian mathematician Baudhayana. Okay. So then, why it was founded by Baudhayana? That means actually Pythagoras is 500 BCE. Means he is the mathematician. He comes after Baudhayana, that is after 300 years. But the name of that theorem was Pythagoras only. Why? Why does that happen? See, he is Baudhayana. In those days, the scholars were like this only. Nowadays, those who are scholars, they do not like this. They wear some dress. In those days, the scholars were like this, Munis, Rishi like. They were known as scholars. So he is Baudhayana. What is his book, famous book? Just now we studied Sulabh Sutra. Sulabh Sutra is written by Baudhayana. And Baudhayana is 800 BCE. Okay, students? This should be remembered by you. Okay, Baudhayana, 800 BCE. His book was Sulabh Sutra. And what does Sulabh Sutra? This is a part, that means some part of Sulabh Sutra book. Very olden book. Okay, that was written in Sanskrit. If you observe it, in the middle, there you can see one triangle. Isn't it, students? Are you able to see? This is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means now you all know what is it. Triangle you know very well. It is a figure surrounded by 3 line segments. But what is right angle triangle? Right angle triangle means, see, a triangle has 3 angles. In the 3 angles, if one angle is 90 degrees, then the triangle is said to be right angle triangle. So, in right angle triangle, we know very well that 3 sides will be there. But the side which is opposite to 90 degrees is known as, there is a special name for it, that is hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is the biggest side of right angle triangle, isn't it? Okay. And other than hypotenuse, there are 2 more sides. One is horizontal and one is vertical. This horizontal side is, we take it as base, and the vertical is known as height. So, what does the theorem, Pythagoras theorem, say? Actually, it was told by Baudhayana. What was it? It is nothing but the square of hypotenuse is equal to the square of the sum of the squares of both base and height. That means hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus h square. Actually, it is explained in this book, but we could not. That means nobody know about it. But when Pythagoras after Baudhayana, Pythagoras came, then he explained about it, so that the name for this theorem is known as Pythagoras theorem. Here now we are studying about Pythagoras. He born 500 BCE, means 800 BCE was the Baudhayana's time, and Pythagoras 500, means he born after 300 years after Baudhayana. He is a Greek mathematician. He was a Greek mathematician known for the Pythagoras theorem. Just now we told. So Pythagoras 500 BCE, okay, time, and he belongs to Greek. So he was Greek mathematician, and he found Pythagoras theorem. See, he is Pythagoras. He is Pythagoras. See, he is carrying something that is in the shape of a pyramid. In Greek, if we go there, we see all these shapes we will able to see. Wherever we go, these shapes we will see. This is nothing but a pyramid. And Pythagoras is a Greek mathematician. His time was 500 BCE. Remember this. Next, coming to Euclid. Actually, geometry means Euclid and Euclid means geometry. Why? Because Euclid took a big part to develop geometry. Okay. See, Euclid born around 300 BCE, means 200 years after Pythagoras, Euclid came. Okay. The time you should remember. 800 BCE Baudhayana, 500 BCE Pythagoras, and 300 BCE Euclid. He was the first Greek mathematician who started a new way of thinking through the study of geometry. See, even though he born around 300 BCE, he was the first Greek mathematician. There were so many Greek mathematicians out there, but Euclid was the first Greek mathematician who started a new way of thinking through the study of geometry. That's why he is known as the father of geometry. This you must remember, students. Who is father of geometry? Who is known as the father of geometry means Euclid. From which country he is? He is from Greek. What is the time? 300 BCE was the time of Euclid. Okay, students, about Euclid, these three you must remember, but not only these three. See, this I know you all know that you are given a project in this chapter. What is the contribution of Euclid towards geometry? You are given the project, isn't it? So to write about Euclid and Euclid's contribution, I will explain some more things here, but I am telling something. First of all, read the textbook. about Euclid, you have to read. In the textbook itself, it is given something, but it is not enough to write about the contribution of Euclid. You have to check in the internet. For that, I am saying you should search in the Google for Euclids. Then you will get some matter, but you should not copy that matter. You have to mention actually what he did, what was his great things, which books he wrote, in which book what he explained. Everything you have to write. See, I am giving just an idea. If you like to write the contribution of Euclid towards geometry, if you select that project, you have to do this, but not to copy. You have to take the copies and read well, and then you get the main points that you have to write as project. Okay, children? This is Euclid. If you students, anybody select this project, you can take the picture of Euclid also. You have to paste there. Okay, students? See, John Clayfield is also a mathematician. Okay. He is after 2000 years after Euclid. 2000. Okay. Legendary. He is also a mathematician. These are after 2000 years. Sorry, these are 2000 years after Euclid. Means 20 centuries after Euclid. Quasi-dominus. He is also. Proclus. These mathematicians also did something. We'll learn afterwards. Before that, we have to know about Euclid's axioms and postulates. So we will now learn further about great mathematician Euclid. Already we did something from where he was and what he did, and now we have to know what that great mathematician Euclid did. So let us learn about it. So Euclidean geometry. Why it is I'm telling Euclidean geometry means Euclid and his thoughts all are about plane surfaces. Remember, plane surfaces only. Euclid thoughts were there, and he explained his ideas about plane figures only. So this Euclidean geometry is also known as, this is about plane surfaces. Okay, plane surface geometry. Now we are going to study. Now, see, you have to, those who are selecting Euclid as project, please note these points. Okay. Euclid's great book. Euclid wrote a book. Its name was Elements. So you may ask like this: what was the great book written by Euclid? What was the great book written by Euclid? That is the Elements. Okay, that is the book written by Euclid. But that book is not a simple book. It has 13 parts. How many? 13 parts. You may ask like this: what is that book? How many parts are there? Who wrote that? So Euclid wrote a great book, that is the Elements, and that book has 13 parts. If you search in Google, you will get all the parts. Okay. And what was there in those 13 books? In those books, he stated definitions that are followed even today. Why even today we are following means he stated so many definitions. About 990 definitions he gave in that book. So in this chapter, we will learn only some definitions. Okay. So these are the point. These are the only some definitions Euclid gave. Now we will study about these only because that is not our chapter. There are so many are there. They are not of your class. Okay. These are the very simple things. What is that? A point is that which has no part. Point. You may listen this word point so many times. Point, point, point. Point means, now we are in geometry. Remember, see, whenever you are studying about geometry while drawing figures or whatever it is in geometry, we will definitely know about this word, that is point. But what is point? What is point? What is the definition of point? A point is that which has no part. No part means it has nothing. A point has nothing. Still it is said to be point. Okay. A line is breadthless length. You know line. You may draw lines in your books. If you are writing in a single ruled book, unruled, double ruled, single rule, there you see lines. What is the meaning of line? Whenever you draw a line or whenever you saw a line in your book, that has only length. It will have only length, but there is no breadth. If you took a long notes, there will be a rule. I mean, the length of the line will be more. If you take a short book, I'm saying about single ruled books, then the line will be some less length. That means a line has only length, but it should not have any breadth. That's why it is said to be a line is breadthless length. There will be no breadth. Next one. A straight line is that which has length only. See, here we said line. Here we are saying about straight line. What is the difference? Both are same. That means here we are especially saying straight line. Here we are saying about line. Line means it may be curved line also. You know what is curved line? See, here we are saying, looking one curved line from here to here. Are you watching this, students? This is nothing but a curved line. Okay. That means even though line is curved or straight, it has length only. That means no breadth. Okay, students. This is our revision class. Okay. Once again, I am reviewing the points which we have already studied. Okay. So next one. The ends of a line are points. Here again it is said to be line. Line means it may be either curved or straight. Anything you can take. You can take curved line or straight line. But the end should be points. You know this, I think. Whatever it may be, the curved line or straight line, the ends will be points. Okay. Next, the edges of a surface are lines. edges of a surface. Means what is meant by surface? See, here we are seeing here point, here is line, and here is surface. Surface. How can we define surface? I'll give some examples. You can understand. But afterwards, we will see what will be the definition. See, you all are watching, or before me also. You all are watching in your smartphones or in laptops, whatever it is. The screen will be known as a surface. We all are sitting in a room on the floor. Okay. The floor will be known as a surface. And the room has no doubt, it has walls. And the walls are also examples for surface. Table surface. Okay. The top of the table. Whatever it is. Now you may have an idea what do you mean by surface. Surface means the tabletop or the whatever it is, wall, floor, top also. Means these are called surfaces. Understand? Surfaces. Definition, it will come afterwards. Okay, now I am giving examples. You have to understand. Now you can imagine what is meant by surface means. Okay, tabletop is a surface, flooring, room floor is a surface, and the laptop, what is this? Edge is a, sorry, not edge. The screen is a surface. Whatever it may be, these are the what? Examples of surface. Next, here I said surface. Here, a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. See, difference. Here surface, here plane surface. What does it mean? Surface and plane surface. Surface means we studied about surface areas. Okay. There we studied lateral surface area and curved surface area. That means if the surface is curved, it is curved surface. And if the surface is plane, then it is called plane surface. So here the edges of surface means, here surface means it may come under curved or plane. But here a plane surface is a surface means here we are studying only about plane surface. Plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. If it is a plane surface, examples, now I told no, they all are the examples for plane surface. Curved surface means take a globe or take a marble or any ball. That surface is known as curved surface. Here plane surface is a surface which lies evenly. So plane surface is always will be evenly, planar surface. Okay. Then we can draw straight lines on itself. But we cannot draw straight lines on a curved surface. Isn't it, students? On a curved surface, we cannot draw straight lines. See, all these are some definitions given by Euclid in his book Elements. These are very little ones. Here, we studied some new words, point and line, maybe straight line, any other thing, line, and also surface. Point, line, surface, these are the new words. And those as we can say only examples. Point means, see, P-O-I-N-T, point. What is there on I? I means how can we write a dot? One line and the above a dot. That is known as a point. So we can give examples. We can understand, okay, but we cannot give any definition for this. That's why point, see, I'm showing here point, line, this is point, and what is this? This is a line before that. This is, you can say that this is a square. This is also, but we can say that how is it? It will be a plane surface, isn't it? On the square shaped one. So this is a plane surface. And what is this? This also we studied. This is a 3D object. So it has some surfaces, total surfaces, just we studied last week. The total surfaces means they are surfaces. So point, line, and surface. These are the three different terms which don't have any definition. That means we can give examples, we can understand, we cannot give accurate definition. So these three are called as undefined terms. What are undefined terms? Point, line, and surface. Students, you must remember this. Point, okay, and line and surface. These are the three terms which are known as undefined terms. You must remember this. Euclid said these are undefined terms. Why these are undefined terms? To define these terms, we are getting one more new term. For example, what is this? For example, this is a figure of this. How was the figure? Okay, the four sides attached to each other, and they attach to each corner. And what is that? That is a point. Then what is point? Point has no breadth, no length. What is a point? Then we can say that a line has two endpoints. Again, we are getting point, and we are not getting the definition of each term. So whenever we are trying to define these terms, point, line, and surface, we are getting again some more new terms, so that we cannot define these accurately. So that Euclid said these three are undefined terms. You must remember this. Here, one more thing you have to remember. That is, say hence this is a 3D figure, because we know in the olden days, at the beginning, they do not know about these. They only given the definitions, and they only started the study of geometry. Remember this. Nowadays, we all know, because they did all the work. Now we are studying, that's all. See, this is 3D figure, we know very well. See, each has studied in the last week only how many surfaces. Let us take this is a 3D object. Yes, we can say that this is an example for 3D object. It has, we know very well, hence it is a cube. Or what can we say, one more name is there, square prism. It has how many vertices or how many corners? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4 means total 8 corners, isn't it? Next, how many edges? These are known as edges. Total 12 edges. In that class only we studied. Now, this is a 3D figure coming to 2D figure. So, the edge of or the limit of that means if it has 6 faces, this figure is in these in between the 6 spaces, so that we can say that this figure has a limit. What is the limit of this figure? Means all the sides it has a square, isn't it? So the limit of a 3D figure is nothing but a 2D figure. You have studied it already. Okay? The limit of a 3D figure, hence it is a 3D figure, 3-dimensional figure, and each face of it is a 2-dimensional figure. It is a cube and it is a square. Cube is a 3-dimensional figure, whereas each surface or each face will be a 2D figure. So that we can say that a 3D figure has a limit is 2D figure. You should remember this, students. The limit of 3D figure is 2D figure. And coming to 2D figure. This is a 2D figure, 2-dimensional figure. Okay, its name is square. Why? Because all the sides are equal. Here, what is the limit of this figure? Limit. The 4 sides are covered by 4 line segments, isn't it? Hence, it is a square. They are equal. Okay. So the limit of 2-dimensional figure is nothing but a straight line. That means the limit of a 3-dimensional figure is a 2-dimensional figure, whereas the limit of a 2-dimensional figure is a line. Line has how many dimensions? Just now, a line has breadthless length. It has only length, no breadth. So that we can say that it is a single-dimensional figure. That means 1-dimensional figure. That means the limit of a 2D figure is a 1-dimensional figure. Next, coming to 1-dimensional figure. What is this? Line. Line has how many dimensions? It has only only 1 dimension. Why? Because only length is there, no breadth. Single dimension, we can also say that 1 dimension. So what is the limit? What is the limit means? Up to how much it is limited? It is limited to the last one. What are those? Those are nothing but points. So the limit of a line, which is a 1-dimensional figure, is point. Now tell me, point has how many dimensions? A point has no breadth, no length, no part at all. That means point is known as 0-dimensional figure. Understand, students? You must remember this very much. Why? Because according to Euclid stated as point, line, and a surface are undefined terms. Okay. Next, the 2-dimensional figure comes from 3-dimensional figure. So first 3-dimensional figure, from that a 2-dimensional figure will come. From this 2-dimensional, you will get a 1-dimensional, that is line, and from that line you will get a point. That means 3-dimensional to 2-dimensional, 2-dimensional to 1-dimensional, 1-dimensional to 0-dimensional. Why? Because point has more dimensions. Are you following, students? These are the very, very important things. Okay. See, whatever we have studied now, some questions are there. Which ancient Indian mathematician came up with the Pythagoras theorem before Pythagoras? This is very important question. Pythagoras theorem before Pythagoras, isn't it? So that ancient Indian mathematician, or who is he? What is his name? Because before Pythagoras only, he explained in his book, but nobody knows about it. After Pythagoras coming and he stated, everybody came to know. That's why it is named as Pythagoras. So the ancient Indian mathematician is Baudhayana. He came up with the Pythagoras theorem, actually the same theorem before Pythagoras only. So the answer is the ancient. Who is that ancient Indian mathematician? Means it's nothing but Baudhayana. Will you remember, students? It is Baudhayana. Next, who is called as the father of geometry? You must know it. So many times we are saying who is called as father of geometry. It's nothing but Euclid. Okay, students? And what are the three undefined terms? What are the three undefined terms? What are they? Just now we again and again repeated. Point, line, and surface. You can say that point, straight line, and surface. Why? Because here we are taking straight line only and plane surface only. So point, straight line, and surface are the three undefined terms. Then what is the boundary of 3D, 2D, and line? The boundary, the limit of a 3D figure is 2D figure. And boundary of 2D, limit and boundary both are same, students. The boundary of 2D figure is 1D figure, means one-dimensional figure. Line, hence line is a one-dimensional figure. So the boundary of one-dimensional figure is point, that is 0 dimension. The dimension of, boundary of 3D is 2D, 2D is one dimension, and one dimension is 0. That's it. And what is the smallest geometrical figure? See, we all are studying about all the geometrical figures. Can you recognize what is the smallest geometrical figure? Means whatever you have to draw, straight line, 3D figure, 2D figure, whatever it is, before that your pencil has to touch the paper. Then what will happen? A point will be start. The starting point will be the point only. That is nothing but smallest geometrical figure. Okay, students? Okay, is it okay for you? Okay. Okay. Next, Euclid stated axioms and postulates to be assumptions which are obvious universal truth. They need not be proven. Student, be alert. See, Euclid stated, just now we studied about his some definitions. Okay. Now he stated axioms, AXIOMS, axiom, and postulate, POSTULATE. These are also some. These are the words came from the Greek only. Okay. So axioms are postulates to be assumptions which are obvious universal truth. See, he stated some axioms. Maybe these are very new for you. Axioms are postulate. They are nothing but they are the sentences or statements just statements only. They are obvious universal truth. They need not be proven. So Euclid said some statements. Their names are axioms and also postulates. That means there are two different types. And what is the difference between the two? Learn. Okay. See, here is one example given. We all breathe every day. See, we know, everybody knows it. We all breathe every day, not only every day, every second we breathe. Isn't it? Otherwise, what will happen? We all know very well. So, we all breathe every day. It's a normal thing, very common. So, this is known as universal truth. Everybody know it. Only the literated, illiterated. See, we can see in the society, some will stop studies up to 10th class, some 5th class, some will, they don't go to the school also. They call as illiterates also. They also know this. We all breathe every day, isn't it? So everybody knows that we all breathe every day. That means this is just an example. This is an example. So it has no need to be proven. We all know it. Yes, yes, it is correct. Everybody will be assumed means they will understand. There is no need to say. See, this is called axiom, of course. Then what is postulate? If the names are different, some difference should be there. Otherwise, what is the need of two different words? Isn't it? So here, axiom means universal truth. Universal truth. The sky looks in blue color. Okay. And something. One more thing. The sky is in blue color means we can say not all the time. Yes, of course, not all the time. But we can say that sky is in blue color. Yes, isn't it? Like that. Every human being having two hands. Yes, two legs. Yes. That is nothing but a universal truth. No need to tell. Then what is postulate? Postulate is accepted truth. Whereas axiom is an universal truth, postulate is accepted truth. Accepted truth means, for example, the sun rises in the east. Is it correct? Yes. But we don't know. Everybody has no idea. But it is already explained and it is scientifically told. So that we have to accept it. That's why the accepted truth is known as postulate. Students, this difference you must be understood well. Okay? Axiom is universal truth. Axiom is universal truth. Whereas postulate is accepted truth. This is the very little difference between these terms. And coming to theorems. Theorems, on the other hand, are statements that need to be proven. Theorems means they have to be proven. A triangle, the sum of the three angles in a triangle has 180 degrees. How? It is a theorem. That means it should be proven. Okay, students? Axiom, postulate, theorem. These are the three different statements. Okay? Are you following, students? Now, some of the axioms we can see. We have already studied, but let us have a review on it. Euclid's axiom. Some of Euclid's axioms were things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. That means, for example, if A is equals to B, A is equals to B, and C is equals to B. That means A and C both are equal to same thing. What is here same thing? B. If A is equals to B and C is also equals to B, then what can we say? A is also equals to C. Is it right, students? Things which are equal to the same thing. Here A and C are different things. A, C, both are different. But A and B are equal, C and B are equal. That means A is equating to B, here C is equating to B. That means these two different things are equating to the same thing. Then we can say that A is nothing but it is also equal to C. Here A, B and C are the same kind of things. Whatever you can take. You can take colors, or you can take people, you can take alphabet, whatever it is. They are same kind of things. Whatever it is, if two different things are equal to same thing, then they should be equal. So this is the first axiom of Euclid. Okay, students? So the second axiom of Euclid. Let us continue it. See, if equals, this is the second axiom. If equals are added to equals, then the wholes are equals. Here we are adding here A is equals to B and C is equals to B. That means A, B are equal, C and D are equal. Okay. If equals are added to equals, the wholes are equals. Actually, it should be A is equals to B and C equals to D. Then A plus C. A plus C is equals to B plus D. Why? Because A and B are equal. C and D are equal. So these are equal things, these are equal things. So we are adding A to C and B to D. Then what will happen? A plus C will be equals to B plus D. Also A minus B, which implies that A plus C equals to B plus C. So here equals, these two are equal, these two are equal. And in these two, we are taking one. In these two, we are taking one. And we are adding these two. So that total will be equals to this total. Understand? Okay. Next. This is the third axiom of Euclid. What is it? If equals are subtracted, then the remainder will be equals. If equals are subtracted, then the remainders will be equals. Equals are subtracted from equals. Okay. The same thing when we are adding, if equals are added to equals, then the wholes are equal. Like that, if equals are subtracted from the equals, then the remainders will be equal. Here wholes, here remainders. Understand, students? No need of confusion. All these are very important. Easy, but coming to see, all are same. Why are we learning? Why? Because these are stated by Euclid. And here we are studying about Euclid's geometry. And about Euclid and his book. What is the book? Elements. In that book, he stated some definitions as well as axioms and postulates. Here we are studying about 5 axioms. In those 5 axioms, this is the second one. Equals are added to equals, then the wholes are equal. Next, third one. If equals are subtracted, then the remainders will be equal. Things which coincide with one another. This is the fourth one. Things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. See, what do you mean by coincide? Coincide means, see, if you take two threads, two different colored threads, and you are measuring it. How will you measure? By putting the starting points at the same place, and you will measure. So what will happen? Each thread starting point and ending point will be same. That means they are having same length. Then the both will coincide. That means each part of one line and each part of the other line, they will touch each other. Then they will be definitely equal. That is nothing but coinciding. Coinciding means each point is touching to each point. That is called as coincidence. So the things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. That is quite natural. See, this is fifth Euclid's axiom. Number 5. What is the fifth axiom of Euclid? Here, the whole is greater than the part. The whole is greater than the part. You know very well. What do you mean by whole? Whole means whole part. Part means sum. Always part will be less than whole. At the same time, whole will be greater than the part. Isn't it? Take 1 rupee. The whole is 1 rupee. And in that rupee, how many pies will be? 100 pies. That means take some 40 pies. Which is greater, 1 rupee or 40 pies? 1 rupee means the whole is greater than the part. That is, if A is greater than B, then there exists C such as A equals to B plus C. See, here A is greater than B and A equals to B plus C. That means the difference between A and B is equals to C. See, here take as 10 and here as 7. 10 is greater than 7, you know very well. There exists C such as A equals to B plus C. That means 10 is equals to, if it is 7, then C will be 3. That is 7 plus 3. Here, B is a part of A. Yes, 7 is part of 10. And therefore, A is greater than B. Exactly. Definitely. 10 is greater than 7 and also 3. So, 7, 3 are parts. 10 is whole. Whole is always greater than the part. And the sixth one, I think this is the final one. Final axiom of Euclid. Things which are double of the same, things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. This is very simple. Here there is no need to explain also. See, x equals to y. X is equals to y. Then what if we are multiplying x by 2? Then what to do? We should multiply y also by 2. Then 2x will be equals to 2y. 10x will be equals to 10y. When if x and y are equal. So things which are double of the same things are equal. If x equals to y, 2x equals to 2y. 3x equals to 3y. So not only double, you can take any times. 10 times also they will be equal. 100 times, 100x equals to 100y. Things which are double of the same things are equal to one another. Okay, axioms over. Next, coming to the final one, that is postulates. Here we'll study 5 postulates of Euclid. And just we completed 6 axioms of Euclid. Okay, students? See, this chapter is, I have already told you, this is not a mathematics chapter. There will be no formula, okay? No problem, no application, whatever it is. This is elements of geometry, knowing about the ancient mathematicians, what he did, and what was their criteria. So how they are applicable even today. So this we are studying in this chapter. So you may feel that this is not a mathematics class. Even I feel this is a social studies class. Why? Because we all are studying what the ancient mathematicians told. So we all are learning this as per their view, what they said. So they developed geometry. In those days, these everything whatever we are learning is from the ancient period. Okay, don't get bored. Study well. This will be very easy. Here you have to remember what is axiom, what is postulate, what is the difference between them, and what is theorem. Axiom, postulate, and theorem. You must know the difference between these. In the higher classes, there you will be asked what is axiom, what is postulate. Or definitely you are going to study about theorems. Okay. Next, undefined terms, defined terms. Okay. Next, what is their boundary? And what are the ancient mathematicians and their contribution towards geometry? Okay, students, don't get bored. Listen carefully. These are the 5 postulates of Euclid. See, a straight line may be drawn from any point to any other point. Very simple. Even first class also can say, you can draw so many straight lines. To draw a straight line, you will draw with the help of a ruler. Put a point there. For example, 5 centimeter straight line. You will take the length and the ruler and you will put 2 points, you will join. So a straight line may be drawn from any point to any other point. So that you may draw 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 2 centimeters, whatever it is. Line segment, that is called gate. You can draw, and you can draw so many straight lines also. But to draw a straight line, you have to add 2 points. This is the point. Again, point. You have to know that. Here you will know that the ends, I mean, that means the boundaries of a line are nothing but points, isn't it? Next, a terminated line can be produced infinitely. What do you mean by terminated? Disconnected. Terminated means disconnected. If there is a line and if it is disconnected, we can disconnect it as well as we produce it infinitely. Because it is a line. Line means it can be produced both sides infinitely. Next, a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. Yes, you know very well what is a circle. Parts of circle, radius, center, whatever it is. So whenever your teacher asks you to draw a circle, without effort, you will draw a circle. You know very well. Just take a point again. There also, you might have know about point. The center of the circle. We'll call it as a center point. From that point, take some radius. With the help of a compass, you can draw a circle. A small circle, a big circle, whatever circle. The circle's size depends on the radius of it. So take any point as center and any length as radius, you can draw. isn't it? We can draw as much as circles we can draw with our choice. Center is our choice and radius is also our choice. Next, all right angles are equal to one another. See here, these are postulates. Postulates means accepted truth. All right angles are equal to one another. Yes, it is correct. Right angle means 90 degrees. 90 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. Here we are accepting. This is not universal truth. Here we are accepting. Why? Because we know that right angle means 90 degrees. We came to know that right angle. We studied that right angle is 90 degrees. That means who told that? Some mathematicians. So they told, so we are accepting that right angles are equal to one another. That's why these all are postulates. What is circle? What is radius? What is right angle? All is already given to us. Now we are comparing. Yes, they are correct. That means we are accepting the truths. So accepting truths are known as postulates. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are over. And number 5. Euclid's fifth postulate. So to look, it is a very big one. So don't get scared. If a straight line falling on two straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced infinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of the angles is less than two right angles. See, these are two straight lines. And the third line, this is third line. These are the two straight lines. I am not saying these are parallel lines. Okay. Third one is EF. So what happening? This line is falling on these two lines. Then you know very well intersecting lines. So this is intersecting this AB at a point and CD at a point, isn't it? That means intersecting point is there, means you know very well there will be some angle, and here also some angle. See, angle means here will be also, will get some angle, but here it is said that interior angle. Interior means the angles between these two lines, So the angles between these two lines are said to be interior angle. So straight line, okay, falling on two straight lines makes the interior angles. Understand this? On the same side, okay, we are taking the same side. Together less than two right angles, okay. See, these are the, here we are taking this side, interior angles, okay. So what is fifth postulate is saying, two lines are there, one line is falling on it, then one side of the two interior angles, if they are less than 180, that means you can say that we can take like this also. This side also we can take. No, these angles, the sum of these m plus n angles should be less than 180. But here not like that. So we should take the less than side only we have to take. Only this side only we have to take, not this side. Same side. If we add these two angles, it will be more than 180. Okay. Okay, we are taking two interior angles on the same side. Then what is saying? If we produce the lines, two lines, whatever the interior angles we are taking on that side, if we are producing, whenever the sum of the angles is less than 180, this is the condition. So m plus n is less than 180. So we are producing it, then what will happen? they will meet at a point. They will definitely meet at a point. This is the fifth postulate of Euclid. So, okay, now we can, so there is no need to prove, but we can understand if these two are less than 180. If it is meeting, then what will happen? This will be a triangle. That means m plus n plus this O will be equals to 180. Because these two are less than, means let it be 60 or 70, 130. That means this angle will be 50. Hence, the sum of the three angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. See, three-dimensional figure. You know very well. In the last week's class only we studied. Both sides are here, top and base are triangles. And other are three rectangles. What is this? Can you remember this? Can you recognize this? This is nothing but a triangular prism. See, two-dimensional figure. Actually, this just is a figure. In this figure, so many different figures, all are two-dimensional figures. This is a circle. This is a circle. Whereas this is a rectangle. See how it is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a pentagon. Here 1, 2, 3. Triangle. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. We can say it. There's no. We don't know about the sides. We can say that it is a quadrilateral. That's it. Here also three sides. Triangle. Here is also one triangle. Triangle again. Square or rectangle. Why? Because each angle is perpendicular. I mean 90 degrees rectangle, right angle. Triangle, again triangle. See, this is just an example how we can. So students, one-dimensional figure, point, line, point. These two are undefined terms. What is the third one? That is surface. See here, students. This is from your textbook only. Here we are drawing two circles. Both are of same radius. See here the center is B, here the center is A. We are taking the radius which is equal to the distance between A and B. Okay, we are taking the distance A and B as radius and drawing one circle. Okay. So what happened? Hence A and B will be the radius. This circle went through this point. This is known as radius. And again, with the same radius you are drawing, you can draw one more circle. That means both circle centers are A and B. The radius is equals to AB. Okay, fine. Then the two circles are intersecting, of course, at 2 points actually. If you add the intersecting point to both centers, then you will get a triangle. That triangle is known as equilateral triangle. Why it is called as equilateral triangle means actually the radius of this circle is equals to AB. That means hence PB is also radius, AB is equals to PB. And here also radius is AB, here also AP will be equals to PP, both three sides are equal. Then the triangle will be nothing but an equilateral triangle. So this is a method. This is a method to construct an equilateral triangle. If measurement is given, we can take the measurement. If nothing is given, no measurement is given, even though we can draw an equilateral triangle by drawing these two equal circles. See the problems I have given to you. I think you may complete it because you have to show, you have to upload. See here, the sixth problem. What is a conjecture? Give an example for it. See, in other chapters also you will get this. What is a conjecture? Conjecture means statements which are neither proved nor disproved, called conjectures. Means the given statement, it is neither proved, it is not at all proved, but we cannot say it is disproved. It can be proved or it cannot be proved, we cannot know. That is known as conjectures. If we don't know whether it is proved or not proved, known as conjectures, generally we take it as hypothesis. Whenever we study about theorems, the given theorem, that is what is there in that theorem to prove, is known as hypothesis. We take conjecture, is known as hypothesis. Okay, students. From this, your revision class is over. Okay. Your revision class is over. In this chapter, the main things I'm telling from the beginning only: ancient mathematicians, their period, and what they invented. What about Indian mathematicians, Greek mathematicians, and which mathematician took a lot of part to, great part to develop geometry, and why that person, that mathematician, is known as father of geometry, that is Euclid. And next, what was the book he was written? Euclid was written. The Elements, which have 13 parts, and at the same time, one more is there, Baudhayana. He wrote Sulabh Sutra. What is the importance of that book? And what is the speciality of Baudhayana? He was the founder of Pythagoras theorem before Pythagoras. Okay. And next, coming to Euclid. Euclid's statements, and he differentiated his statements into two parts. They are axioms and postulates. What is the main difference between axiom and postulate? Axiom is an universal truth, whereas postulate means accepted truth. Okay, the given 6 axioms and postulates you have to remember. You may be questioned like this: what is the 5th postulate of Euclid? What is the 3rd axiom of Euclid? Like that. Axiom, postulate is not a great parts. They are nothing but they are the statements given by Euclid. Okay. From this, we can conclude this, and we can come to an end. Okay, children, let us stop here only. Write exam nicely. Complete the project perfectly. All the best, dear students. Okay, students, all the best for your exam. Good luck.